Welcome to my English 3 website. Just going to go over the basics of what the website contains and how to use the information that's available. So this is English 3. We got the class overview, what it's about, topics we're going to study. So very short about me, your educator. Here are some additional resources that'll be helpful to students, not only about the purpose of the course, how it can be used, but also the material we're going to be covering. For this particular assignment, we're going to be covering grammar. So we utilize what's called Sentence Sense at my school, and it's a 8-step process. We're currently in step 6. Beginning of the year, started step 1, and now we're at step 6, which is phrases. There are 4 different types of phrases: participles, gerunds, appositives, and infinitives. We're going to be focusing on gerunds, though. But do a quick review of all of them because you've got to be able to make the distinction. So here we've got the YouTube video for the lady who actually created the program, and then this is a PowerPoint specifically for the phrases we'll be covering. But like I said, we're going to be covering gerund phrases in particular. So up here I've got what a gerund phrase is, what its function is in the English language, and then we've got some specific instructions, information, definitions, examples that are provided by the lady who created the program. And then an example of how to break down a sentence to identify the different parts of a gerund phrase, their purpose, all of that. Once students have gone over that, and I usually go through the instructions as a class, then we have right quick a Quizlet, because you've got to understand the purpose of a gerund phrase. And when you start that game, it's matching, identifying like what a gerund phrase is, then finding a gerund phrase in sentences, and also identifying the other components of that sentence. Now, once I've gone through all this, we've got assessments right here. I've got a couple different options for how students can assess their learning. So this is a group practice. Usually what I do is I do, we do, you do. So I've provided the answers for the first 2, and then the students have to do the rest of them. So what we're doing here is we're finding the gerund phrase, then identifying the different portions within the gerund phrase, and then also the function of it if it's one of these 5 functions. After that, once students have mastered that, answered all their questions, I've got a quizzes, which is part game, part assessment, where students are able to go in and they've got the sentences and they've got to identify different purposes. They like this because it's a kind of a gameplay, and it also gives different options for how to retest, reteach, relearn. Students can gauge their understanding of where they are. You need a Google login for this, but after that, it's available. Edpuzzle is the last reinforcement. Same kind of thing. It's got videos, it's got explanations, but then there are questions to prove that they understood. Now, all of this is in the lesson plan right here of what purpose it is, how we run through the assignment, and how we extend the understanding and evaluate it. Also got over here some additional resources, which is the annotated bibliography. These are all studies done about the purpose of online learning and online teaching and how it can benefit students, and also how it's evolved over time. So a lot of studies of this emerging and then also extending resource that is now expected in pretty much all schools and not going away. It's getting more use year to year.